Okay, Leo. I had to restart your reading, and I apologize, but we are here now, and for anyone on YouTube, you don't have to worry about all of the mess ups. You just get the video as is. But things get a little wacky over on Twitch here, so if you want to join us, follow me here on Twitch. This is where I do all the collective readings. And let's get into clear, honest message for Leo. What is there Leo needs to... Oh, why am I getting those specific words? This is a collective reading for Leo, so please always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm reading for not only just one person listening, but like a lot more other people listening, and at any point in the past, present, or future, wherever in time. I'm being silly. Let's get this, like I said, clear, honest message for Leo. Alright, Leo. What do we got going on for Leo? Did a card flip over? No. Okay, I'll take that. First card to come out here is the Hierophant. Two of Cups kind of sideways. Hello. And Page of Pentacles with Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck. When it's so hard to choose love for yourself through this chaos, where is it in your heart that you may be learning a little how to understanding how to love yourself, but also through how someone else is loving themselves? So okay, this could also still be you. You're watching you love yourself in certain ways, and it's seeing that in the third person of yourself, seeing yourself in the third person is allowing more love to come in for you of you just falling in love with yourself and the way you're living your life. Or this could just be somebody in your life. Wow, for the first time I'm actually seeing like another person in the Two of Cups card. Which it can be, but I don't like to usually pose it that way. This is like someone watching them love themselves is an interesting way to get you to love yourself, because you see how much it's healed not only yourself but healed the person that you love, which could be yourself. The Hierophant is that card of commitment, so I feel like somewhere in the past you had this like, I'm doing this for myself, I can't not think of myself anymore. There's a moment in time where Leo is like, we must actually think of ourselves to our own true desires and our true nature. And this is where the Two of Cups is very interestingly in reverse, because the Two of Cups always talks about integrating these two sides of a coin into like this one whole thing. But it's usually talking about the yin and yang kind of energies, like cultivating within each other. And if you don't know what yin and yang are, it is essentially... There's a definition for yin and yang, but I see it as like the spiritual embodiment of duality, because duality is very important with how we describe the Two of Cups. These are very big words. The best layman's terms way I can explain it is like, you have a lot that you are willing to explore within yourself. And it almost feels like the more that you fall in love with yourself, the more it's like closing your eyes and letting yourself like fall back and drift into almost a peaceful sleep, but it feels like you're about to just like float and fall into this like puffy cloud almost. Maybe not even into a cloud, but the whole aspect of feeling like you're like falling into something, it's this falling into yourself, into your own sense of self. It's going to feel a little bit like you're losing your sense of self, but it's all of this is because parts of you are becoming whole again. They're not separate anymore. Maybe where things were broken and broken off and broken apart were now made whole within you again. And this could be through you watching somebody else create these separate parts and making them whole again. Like watching somebody else do it that you know has been through the same struggle has maybe even inspired you and motivated you to find this within yourself. Or vice versa, you could be seeing this in yourself. You trying to actually actively bring yourself into this collective whole true Leo you, this whole you. You're seeing yourself actually doing that. And that's the part that's keeping you motivated, when you see yourself actually doing the work. And I want to preface with, if anybody knows what like co-working is or like body doubling, it's very, very helpful. There's a lot of like ADHD or just ADHD and very much attention type deficit like people. I don't, there's a bunch of attention deficit things. I don't know what the word is. I'm not a medical professional. Do not quote me on this. There is something about perceiving the self doing the task, or at least being perceived while doing a task. It helps you stay on task, and it's something that is only like the only types of people that will be able to understand are people with like ADD or ADHD and shit like that, because it's something that you can't quite understand of how it helps. There is all these fancy terms and obviously an explanation somewhere of how it helps, but being able to perceive yourself doing a task is also, in my mind, oh, look at me, I can do it. I did it. I'm doing it. I can do it. Like, that is so important to the self and to the soul. People really, like, either disregard it or think it's unimportant or think that, oh, well, it's not really, like, it's just a waste of time and it's not really that important, I feel like is what most people hear. Some people could be thinking right now. It may not be that important, but is it the thing that actually keeps... Oh, excuse me. Is it the thing that keeps you going in life? Is this the thing that actually keeps you going in life? And we move on to the Page of Pentacles. This is where all of this opportunity ahead of you becomes super abundantly clear. Whoa. The colors are all funky. Just focus. Okay. Okay, color balance. It can't decide what it wants. Clarifying the Hierophant is the Page of Wands. Very fiery energy here. But also, I see where you held it back. So you wanted to make sure that it was not only something that the work you were doing made you happy, but the ideas and action you were pursuing were actually creating stability and like creating progress, it seems like. Because when you create stability, it's like you're able to progress in just life in general. It could be any little thing, but whatever it means for you. I'm just going to say life in general. It allows human beings to mentally progress in their own mind and then later on in their own life. What fell down here? The Nine of Cups? This is where intuition becomes interesting and very abundantly clear, I want to say again, of how you can choose newer and newer goals. There's always options for not only more, but more knowledge, more opportunity, more ability in doing certain things. Even amongst all the chaos here, the Five of Wands. Even amongst all that shit. Two of Cups. What do we have for the Two of Cups here? Eight of Pentacles. I believe that is Eight of Pentacles reversed. Page of Cups and Ace of Swords. You feel like you've worked a long time to feel like you deserve this energy in your heart. Just the energy we were talking about before. You feel like you've been waiting a long time to feel like you can deserve it. So why not let yourself feel it for once? This is the part that becomes a little scary because you do have to like give in to yourself in order to give up the necessary fear and doubt that you still may hold on to. I'm going to be honest. This feels like jumping into a pool on a hot summer day, and you know this pool is going to feel great when it's like you're super sweaty in the hot sun, but it's one of those, the pool and the water is cold. It's cold at first, and it's going to be cold. And I think you know that and are prepared for it. But every time you're trying to like just take that leap, you find yourself just holding yourself back. But there's a moment where it's like, okay, we can at least acknowledge here ourselves, Leo. Just to pretending you talking to yourself here. You can at least calm your nerves before trying to rush in and just take that leap of faith and jump in that cold water. Because the jumping in the cold water is the cold water of your mind in a big metaphor. Because sometimes getting to know the real true us may feel a bit colder than we initially expected, because sometimes assertiveness and passion in assertive passion or passionate assertiveness, either or, could seem very cold depending on the state of mind that you are in. So, Jesus Lord, you scared me. Is your sister hogging up all the spots? There's this real strive to move forward in all that you do. Because I think you've seen the growth. You keep seeing it for what it is. And even seeing where, like, okay, well, if this thing's not gonna grow, then it's just gonna sit there. Like there's also an acceptance being had here. Ma'am, you're allowed to sit here. I just need you to sit down because my elbow may elbow. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. This is Gigi. This is my roommate's cat. She is not mine, but she is adorable, and I care for any animal like they're my own. Page of Pentacles. What do we have for the Page of Pentacles? Hello, ma'am. The Magician. The Magician, King of Cups, and 3 of Wands, 10 Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck. You need to truly understand what makes you at this moment in time, because that's the thing that helps you take those leaps of faith. There's something about you, Leo, that when you are truly embodied in your like full confident but also still humble self, like you feel so sure of, we're taking this leap. We know the water is going to be cold and we're preparing for that. We're even going to make ourselves chilly just to prepare for this or whatever. At least like pretend we're already in the water, like making yourself known in, not just known, making yourself aware of what you are knowingly like gonna enter into. Even if you're like, all right, this is gonna feel a little cold at first, we still gotta like, it's even like okay, it's gonna take a long hot summer day to chop down these 3 wands, these 3 trees, but at least we'll have wood for the winter, kind of a thing. Like there's something about it. It's like preparing yourself to do something, embodying your true nature, and everything that makes you feel like yourself is going to be so fulfilling at this time. Everything that makes you feel like yourself, Leo. I don't care if people find it weird, cringe, or a little out there. You are you to the core, and you need to just keep allowing yourself to trust it, trust yourself, because it's guiding you somewhere. There's an intuitive, like, you and your own personal fulfillment guide you to the places where you need to be. Maybe not necessarily where you want to be, but you need to be in a certain like area or maybe environment, and I think this is maybe a passion project some of you may have of creating just an environment that could be like, hey, I want this kind of dynamic with my friends, and I want my friends to be able to count on me for X, Y, and Z things, and creating that community with your friends. It doesn't have to be anything big, but it can be something small, or even um, like let's say you have a hobby and you noticed how you could actually like teach people about this hobby. You're not an expert, but you can still help beginners be strong, solid beginners. And I think this is something that, like, if you are looking to maybe even just give a helping hand and give knowledge, you can always find some area, place, room, people looking for people to teach courses, kind of a thing. There's always something that somebody would like to learn that is something that you are very educated on, possibly, is what I'm picking up in this reading. Gigi, you drooled on me and it's gross. I'm trying not to think about it because I love you and I know I'm giving you the best scritches. This cup of fulfillment in your life, this area of fulfillment that you are finding and seeking in your life in these small parts, these are the things that make you feel like you. Fill your cup to your soul, your cup of soul, of cup of life, whatever. The cup is you, and the water is the fulfillment that you fill your cup with. And if you don't have anything that's gonna, I want to say, create stability around this cup, if you don't have a firm grip on it or a good solid place to set this cup down and rest, then you have a strong feeling of, that ain't for me, I ain't doing that, I'm just not doing, like, that ain't for me. Like, there's a whole, always, spiritual people always talk about, like, what serves you and what doesn't serve you and stuff, and it could be, like, what's for you and what's not for you. Like, you are so explicitly, like, this builds structure and this doesn't. And it's so quick in your mind, you don't even need to say it, which makes a lot of sense for a Leo, I know. Because I always am like, are you seeing this shit? And they're like, yeah, no, I've seen it. I've been seeing it for days. I'm like, you have? And they're like, yeah, I just didn't say anything. And I was like, oh, okay. Glad to know I can at least trust them. Alright. Is that all for the reading? Up here. You can't be scared. Come on. Nice. Alright. Do you have anything to tell the peoples? She's just purring. She's just revving her engines. And Leo, you are a fire sign, and I suggest you do the same. We have 2 10s out here with the goddamn Magician and the Hierophant. Commitment to yourself, to your fulfillment, and knowing what is for you in the sense of stability. Stability for your future and for yourself and your soul. And the things you want to pursue and create around you. So don't doubt yourself. Please trust all of the guidance you are getting intuitively at this time. It is helping, and guiding all of you beautiful Leos to where you truly want to be. Because I know you have a life that you desire. We all do. It may not look perfect right away, but we all got our dream of having this perfect spot of sun and some human giving us scritches all the time with any snack we want to eat, and we don't ever get fat, and life is just perfect. I wonder who I'm talking about. Thank you for being here, Leo. That is all I have for you. And thank you for saying hi to my roommate's cats. These are not my cats. These are my roommates. I always like to clarify. I don't want people to get the wrong idea, being like, your cat's so cute. And it's like, no, it's not mine. I'll have a cat. And it's gonna be you, Whisper. I promise. She's very needy. Watch her. There she goes. She's got the paw up on the arm and everything. Are you cozy? Okay. Thank you, Leo. Thank you for being here. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night, wherever you are in this beautiful planet Earth of ours. And as always, we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!